guys, been a while. Doing a vlog today, just a day in life. We'll be trying to provide some value, and yeah, just giving you guys an update on what's been going on in like my life, and then with Intl Rowing as well. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Just woke up. It's about 6 a.m. Gonna get stuck into some work pretty soon. Do my wee morning routine. Some few calls, the gym, and some calls and some work. Very uninteresting, but be giving you some value along the way. Did some Instagram questions on yeah, rowing content, obviously. Never vlog and do my usual routine at the same time, because I'm thinking like vlog, camera, right, make sure I film everything. Normally when I walk into this room in the morning, I bring the cafetiere and I bring my mug, because my brain was thinking, right, mug, I know, it was thinking vlog, it was like I could only bring in the cafetiere, but yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna struggle to make this interesting. Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. It's going. 6:48. Just about to get started with work. Best time of the day I've found for me to kind of get stuck into some sort of really focused, deep work is kind of from, ideally, from around 7ish to kind of 11, 12. Loads of our athletes are on the east coast of America as well, so they're all sleeping, so it's kind of a good time to get some good deep work in, and then from there normally calls, and yeah, normally go gym in the middle of the day, and then yeah, calls into the evening and stuff. Yeah. So we've got a new addition to the team behind the team. We've got Ewan here, my cousin. He's going to be helping film with some of the footage and stuff, and some of the vlogging, and then potentially some of the technical stuff as well, because obviously I'm trying to do technical advice. It's quite hard to do it like while I'm actually rowing. I'm trying to demonstrate stuff, but yeah. He'll be here behind the camera. You could say hello, Ewan, if you want. Give us a shout. Hello. And yeah, cool. Hopefully we can do a good bit more content with this setup as well. But yeah, I'm just been working away. Ewan's just got here, but I'm just working away some calls and stuff as I did. I already did like a little like filming myself and talking and stuff in the morning. Yeah, and then we'll get going. So when you come through here, you need to make sure that your hands are coming. Done the first call. We were just speaking about opening the back, opening through the finish, making sure that you're powerful. But I think one point in the stroke that you can find good stability is basically when you come through. This is something I talk about a lot. When you come through here with your hands, you know, even if you've taken an unbalanced stroke like that or that, when you come through here, this can be a really good point where you can open up with your back, but like you can bring your hands in together and get good stability and come through the finish strong. Really good for back conditions. But anyways, it's 10:30, so it's time to go for a walk. Time to go for a walk. Come here, walkies. Oh, he hates it. So Tokyo, for those that don't know, he was bred for dog fighting, and he was trained for like 8 weeks as a puppy to do dog fighting. And part of what they would do when they were training them, they had to get them to wear like muzzles and stuff, and harnesses. So anytime he has to put a muzzle on or anything like on his face or his body, it reminds of him when he was being trained as like a fighting dog. So he hates it, but it's kind of necessary for him because he tries to kill other dogs. Yeah, he's got a strong bite. He it's a bit funny. He like, see if another dog's really aggressive to him, he'll be fine with it, even if it's a wee Chihuahua. But like if it's like another dog and the dog is like weak, he's like, die! But yeah, Walkies, he'll loosen up once we get going as well. Yeah, cool, let's do it. Okay, so kind of had a Q&A thing for things for me to talk about today. So I'm just going to start answering them. How short is too short to fully commit to rowing when the goal is race competitively? First off, before you look at your height and anything like that, I think you should ask yourself the question, are you doing everything you can within your day to get faster? So are you recovering well, are you training consistently over like a few months? And then, you know, years on years of training, you know, long consistent mileage, long blocks of high volume, with the right amount of recovery, where you're sleeping well, eating well, doing all those things. Then you can ask yourself the question if you're tall enough. But to be honest, I don't think I've seen at an international stage anybody that was taller than 5'10". So if you're trying to go to the Olympics, you know, I don't know, you can certainly be the first person. My shoulder height, I'm effectively 5'10". I'm 6'1", but my shoulders are the same height as somebody who's 5'10". I've just got a really long neck and face. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. Day in the life of Tokyo. Yeah, this is basically it. He just follows me around and barks at people in the clothes anytime I go on a call. We go this way. Some of these aren't really even questions. Well, kind of. Recovery weeks and what training in them should look like. The goal of a recovery week is to keep moving, keep training, not lose any fitness, but basically just recover from all the training that you've been doing. So that can mean different things for different people. You know, you want to keep some level of volume in there, but maybe like half. If your usual session is like 16K, so Ewan's got a tough job here walking all the way down the street backwards. If you've got, you know, if your usual session is an hour, maybe like make your sessions in the recovery week half an hour, and then you can avoid high intensity as well, but if you're to do high intensity, don't go full send, just take it easy. Yeah, basically at the end of the week, make sure you feel rested, you feel ready to go. You should feel like you've no longer raced. Off-season training, that's kind of like two conflicting words, I guess, but I think it's good to take a break every year for 3 to 4 weeks. But then again, some situations, if you're trying to really go for it, it's a bit riskier. You can get an advantage from it, but I don't think every year you should be doing like no off season. I think eventually you should try and have 3 or 4 weeks where you do literally nothing. You let that itch to get training again build back up, and get ready to go. Yeah, your hormones, they just take a beating all year, and training is, you know, rowing, depending on how much you're doing it, it can be very unhealthy for certain amounts of periods. So you want to let your hormones come back up. So that's what off-season training is about. I'll do one more. Utility of erg and when to use it aside from bad weather during on the water season time. Yeah, a good question, I think. When it comes to using the erg throughout the summer season, I do feel like depending on what kind of lake you have, I guess, like if you're turning every 2K or less, then you're going to want to get some long continuous mileage. So the erg is great for that. I do think ergs, they just make you feel fitter and they just make you feel stronger, so like doing that as well would be a good thing to do as well. But yeah, I mean, if you've got like a lake where you can go for like 30 minutes at a time, you know, you maybe could avoid it, but in general I think one low intensity erg a week during racing season is good to do for keeping fit and strong. But yeah, I'm going to end it there because Ewan is going to trip over something eventually. So, personal update, getting married. in a week on Saturday. So that's very exciting. Yeah, more or less all the preparation is done. Pauline's, I've tried to help where I can. Pauline's definitely done most of it. So yeah, I just need to pick up the last few things, pay off the last few bills and everything, and then we're good to go. We're getting married in the tall ship in Glasgow, so I don't know, it's a tall ship. It's like anchored on the Clyde. It's a pretty cool venue. We're hoping to get it outside, but we basically don't know. July in Glasgow is normally pretty rainy, so we'll see, but if not, you can still get like married down below deck and all that. And then like that's where the party is as well. And then kind of another week, and then the next week after that we go to a honeymoon, which is Kenya. We're going on a safari, which will be amazing. But yeah, it was kind of weird. We picked like the busiest date of the year because at the time when we were picking the date for our wedding, I was still rowing, and this was like the only weekend off that you could get a year, and also Pauline had off from her uni and stuff. So yeah, busiest day of the year, most expensive day of the year for a wedding, but it's all good. Means a lot of people can come as well because they're holidays and stuff. But yeah, that's a bit of the update. Anyways, yeah, what else are we working on with Edge Rowing? Working on expanding and growing. The biggest problem we've had for helping people for the longest time is that we're pretty limited on how many people we can help, just because of the way, the style we deliver the service and stuff. But what we'll do... Shut the fuck up! Sorry, it's quite loud, I think. I don't know what you're gonna be able to hear. But what we'll be working on, yeah, what I'm working on now is just building and expanding the team. The hard thing is finding the right people for the role. But we want to do it in a way where we bring in other people that have the same skill set as me and the kind of current coaches right now, but then also can add something to it as well. So that's exciting as well. But yeah, just the nature of it, we're quite limited on how many people we can bring on and stuff. But yeah, apart from that, that's kind of what's going on. To give you an idea of like what else we're going to be doing. We'll be doing a training camp weekend end of August, and then I'll be going over to head of the Charles because we got quite a few people over there. Goddamn cars. Yeah, that's basically it, okay? Leave me alone, let me walk my dog. The signs for our wedding just got delivered, so I was just sending photos. Pauline's up in Aberdeen right now, so I was just sending. Welcome to our wedding, the tall ship. Yeah, I mean, there's not really any reason for you to see that. It's just what I was doing, and Ewan got me. So, when I used to live in Henley, it was like £15 to get your hair cut, and at the time that was like one 1/100th of my income. No, it was more than that. I'd get like £800 a month to live on, and I had to spend £15 a month on my hair. So I just started cutting my own hair. But when I was living at Leander, I didn't really have anywhere to do it, so I just had to do it in the sink in the changing room, and it was pretty bogging. And I've done some pretty questionable haircuts, but now luckily I've got a job and I can actually afford to do it, but hey ho. Sorry, I didn't get your name wrong. Let's go, baby! What's up, guys? So we're off to the gym. Me and Ewan have been little gym buddies for the past kind of month or so, maybe more than that now. But yeah, normally my kind of normal work routine, I'd prefer to go to the gym at like 5 or 6 or 7, but it's just too mental dealing with rush hour traffic and stuff. So normally it works quite well if I go from like 7 until work from like 7 till 1-ish, 2-ish, and then by then you kind of like start to lag a little bit, and I think just the gym, going for a wee run or a walk or something, just helps me get the blood pumping and stuff. So that's what I'm doing, and then back home, and then fucking yeah, have more work. But this is like literally the most interesting day I'll have all week. Hence the filming of it, but whatever. Oh yeah, we can maybe do some Instagram ping-mates, couldn't we? Some of those questions. Fucking hell, Mr. Mo, man. Yeah, okay.
So it's the Scottish Kelvin Grove Art Museum Gallery.
So I got a challenge from Alan, who's one of our coaches, to do a 2K. He did 6:29, I think. I said I think I could definitely get under 6:20, maybe 6:10. I have no idea. I haven't done any erging. I mean, I think I've done like 20 minutes of erging since I retired in December. So it'll be interesting to see what I can do. I'd be doing weights and a bit of running, but I think I literally just did one burst there at 1:35 pace. And you know, 7 strokes felt easy, so I'm sure it'll feel easy for about 200, but rip and rip, baby. Easy. So I did a couple bursts, no warm up, and then it felt okay. It was only 10 strokes, but I felt like I could hold that for 6:20. Yeah, kind of knew I was quite close to the line, it felt like anyways, but maybe could have gone a bit more, but just kept it nice and long and strong. Felt fine during it, but afterwards it really starts to kick in. But the important thing is that I beat Alan by 10 seconds. So yeah, I think yeah, pretty fucked now. But yeah, now to start a weight session. I've just been doing nothing but bro weights and running. So there's life in the old dog yet. Long enough away shot there, buddy. Good session in the gym. Now we're going home to do some work. So this is us home now. We've been working. Ewan's been editing. I've been working. Getting closer to the end of the day. What is it? 4:44. Last call's at 6:30, so I'll probably be done at 7. But I thought I would just before I kind of promised we'd like go over some Q&A, so I'm just gonna go over some of the questions. I can't remember where we were. Talk about how to maintain erg times over the summer off season. Again, that's similar to kind of what I talked about before. Have a rest. That's the best way. Long-term growth, consistency is key. You got to train consistently. 24 hours before race prep. That's not a question. Unless you're ambidextrous, what's the best approach to strengthening your weaker side? Doing a bit more on the other side, so I guess you could do some single stuff. Once you kind of try and like do more on one side, you run the risk of then strengthening your weak side more than the other one. So say it's like your left leg stronger than your right leg. Maybe I'd suggest, still doing squats, still doing like back squats and stuff if you're able to do that safely. But then start doing maybe some split squat and try and have a bit more emphasis on split squats. So don't try and do 5 sets on your left and then 3 sets on your right. Just have more time emphasizing it, and you'll gradually start to even out. Just make sure that you keep the weight the same that you do on the left and you do on the right. And then likewise, if it's like your arms or something like that, same approach. Working out twice in one day and having more rest days. That's not a question. Correct way to design periodized rowing pieces. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Correct way to design periodized. Close to a race, you want to do race prep, so pace work. Far away from it, you want to have some phases where you work on your weaknesses. That can sometimes be some threshold intensity, some threshold high intensity. But you have to do that carefully because threshold stuff can get a bit risky. Again, if your anaerobic power isn't that good, maybe some anaerobic power, but generally, the best way to get faster at rowing is to do volume consistently over time, and have 3 weeks where you push volume quite hard, you build it up, and then have 1 week where your volume goes down and you rest and recover and get your energy levels coming back up. High intensity pieces, there's some gains to be made in it, of course, but probably what most rowers could benefit more from is doing consistent training, consistent volume over months, and months and years. That's what gets you faster. Consistent volume, rather than like focusing on high intensity like makeup. Nutrition. That's probably something for a whole nother video. Probably want to be hitting 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight if you're looking to put on muscle, and then probably just like a lot of carbs, and then of course you want fats as well, but generally just trying to not have your fats too close before high intensity pieces. How many carbs? Again, nutrition topics. I should probably have another video for this. Tips/advice on getting fit post glandular fever. Don't push it. Be very gradual. I struggled with this. Be okay. Your splits are going to be miles off. The hardest thing about it is going to be seeing splits that are miles off of what you used to do for a long time. But just keep coming back. Don't push it. Build. Don't get excited when you start to see a bit of progress and jump straight into it. Gradually build back in. Listen to your body. With glandular fever, you're the most important one. So you might have a coach pushing you to do one thing or another. That was a mistake I made. Listen to your body. How many anaerobic workout makes sense per week? Again, generally this is just if you're in a phase for it. But no, I mean, you don't have to do any, to be honest. Again, it's just if you're looking to do a phase of anaerobic work. That makes sense. So maybe 4 weeks, maybe have a period of 4 weeks where you really focus on having 1 anaerobic session per week that you smash. But yeah, last one I've got here. People would be interested to see my hobbies and interests outside of rowing. You'd think that, but honestly there's very little that I do. This is basically what I do. This is my hobby, coaching is my hobby, growing edge rowing is my hobby. Going to the gym, I want to get involved in sports a little bit more. I'll probably get involved in ice hockey again, coming into the next season. But yeah, I have very little hobbies. I like to take my dog for a walk. You heard the W word. That's it, man. Yeah, I don't know. I've got some more work to do. I might do some. Ewan's going to head off, finish editing this, and then head off. But I might add some on to the end of it. But yeah, if you like this content, then give it a like. And comment if you have any recommendations about anything else you would like to see. What? Ewan's mouthing something to me. What?
Share.
Share. Share. Share. Share. Share this with your friends. Tell everybody about how amazing and interesting it is. Post it on your stories. Tell everybody that you know. Tell people in the street to go and watch this video. Yeah, okay. I think that's. So it's the last call just finished for the day. Yeah, 7:17. Yeah, and that's it. Goodbye. I think I already summed up this vlog, but yeah, probably will not do another one until maybe after our wedding. We've got a week in between our wedding and our honeymoon, and yeah, then we'll be away, and then we'll be getting back into it in August, won't we? Hey, won't we? Oh shit! Ah! But yeah, so if you like the video, like it and subscribe and all that nonsense. Yeah, bye.